Feel free to add any additional items in here. But we're gonna kind of create like a gumdrop shape. Today's gonna be really quick drawing here. So I got a gumdrop. Let me know when you got your gumdrop. It was hard for me to get mine in there. Okay, so this body here is at least 2/3 of your gumdrop. So if you were to split it into thirds, 1, 2, 3, your body is at least 2/3 of your gumdrop. So let's make a tick mark 2/3 away from your gumdrop. And we're going to split our gumdrop in half and make a mark at the halfway point. And we're literally just going to connect the dots. Got a sloping line. So think of it as kind of like an igloo with a really weird opening, kind of like a triangular opening. Let me know when you got those two. You remember how we split our gumdrop into thirds, right? Well, what we're going to do here is on our top third, my third should be located up here more. On my top third, I'm going to draw kind of a W here. And that W is going to go halfway up my first section or my first third. That's going to be your mouth. And I wouldn't have it go way too far out from the body. So I'm going to adjust mine just a little bit. So I don't want it to go way too far out. I just want it to go just a little bit out from the body, right? And I'm literally just going to create my muzzle here with a hump. And this is the mouth. This is the mouthpiece. So feel free when you're ready to erase anything inside your mouthpiece right here, because you're going to need room for your nose. Give me a thumbs up or a number 1 after you're done adding the nose. The nose is going to be really close to the center of your W. And you get to decide how thick, how wide, and how long, and how sharp these tusks are going to be, all right? You don't have to have them super sharp. You don't have to have them super long. You can draw them whatever way you see fit, as long as you have your tusks. In fact, sometimes the tusks break, right? Because they're using these tusks to kind of fight. They're using these tusks to kind of show off, or, you know, protect themselves from predators. So sometimes their tusks break. So if you want one shorter than the other, that's fine too. It's going to add 2 kind of flattened curved lines here for our kind of wrinkly, what do you call it? They have like a wrinkle on the bridge of their nose because they're so fat. These dudes are made out of so much blubber and fat. It helps them float and keep warm in the Arctic. Let me know when you're done adding your fat wrinkles or your blubber wrinkles. We're going to keep working in this section here, this top section, except for this time, if we were to split the body down the middle here from top to bottom, we would find where to locate our eye. Our eye literally goes right in the middle here. So feel free to add your eye The reason I say we're going to keep working in thirds here, if you were to split the body into thirds just where your tusks start, you know, and you went down and started splitting it, that is where your legs end, is at the first third section here. So feel free to add 1, 2, 3 vertical lines, about maybe an index finger in width for both your arms. See that? And when you got those markers in there, erase the rest of your guidelines. You don't need them anymore. Cool. So they need big flippers, right? They're really big animals. They need big flippers. So we're going to use like an oval line here, or an oval shape. But we want that oval shape to be about as tall or as long as the first third in your walrus's head here. So feel free to use your original marking where it kind of lines up with where your tusks start. Use that to help you get the right kind of size for your oval here, all right? And then feel free to kind of make an oval for your flipper. It's almost like he's wearing socks, it seems, right? I'm going to put my flippers close together like he's almost holding something in between his flippers. If you want his flippers to be more farther out, that's totally up to you. But when you're done doing your ovals, erase the lines in between here. So we have a fairly kind of accurate viewpoint of it being one solid body part. Now the picture here kind of just added a few lines on the bottom here. If you want to do that, that's fine. But I kind of want to add on the bottom of my oval, I kind of want to add kind of little bumps to kind of indicate that this is a flipper. I'm going to do the same on this side too. But if you want to do the lines, you can if you want to. No one's stopping you. This is your art, your choice. This is just my way of helping you veer a little bit away from plagiarism and making the piece your own. So if you want to add your own flair to the flippers, go for it. I highly encourage you to do so. This is a Canva document. I pay for membership or whatnot to use these images for certain purposes. I'm not a real huge fan of how they did this back flipper either. So I'm going to do a curve with a bunch of W's on the bottom. I'm going to kind of have that curve line up with my walrus's elbow. You decide how you want to do the tail.